All right, these are for Fred. Fred was asking about doing some of the tie-ups, so we'll go through them. We'll start with the disarms. We'll start with the basic disarms from the stick and knife. So when Brian comes with number one, I'm going to do the inside deflection, cut, raise, and disarm. Then I do the knife, I'm going to tip down, block, ride, and impact disarm, and then follow with a little bit of flow. All right, so we'll do it one more time. Switch sides and I'll let you do it as well. So Brian comes in, so I inside deflect, stop the knife, throw my body away from it. I ride it, I impact disarm, and then I follow through with a little flow.
Let's try to do it without, your body was shielding a bit, so we're gonna have to try to.
This body's a little hard not to shield it. A little bit wide. I was gonna let you do it next, so you can see the other side too. But all right, so if I come with Brian, number one is going to be inside deflect, slicing over top, doing a snake, and just stripping the stick away. So if I come with the thrust, he's going to stop it and ride and impact this arm. So he does his float. Oh, that's it. That's enough float. So a couple of things to look for, Fred, is the zoning. So when he comes with the stick, I'm zoning in this way, but I immediately want to zone away from the knife. Oh, right? So I'm getting a little bit more distance to give me more time to deal with the knife. Okay, so one more time. Do it from the other side. Here it comes. So I inside deflect. Now, as soon as I'm starting to cut, that knife becomes a thing to think about. So I'm going to zone away. Boom. One more time to deal with that knife. Brian gets to chase the stick around all over the room. And I'll feed Brian. So you see the same thing. So he inside deflects, but as soon as he's inside deflect, so when he inside deflects, he may step this way a little bit because this is worried about the stick, but as soon as he's got the energy stopped, he moves the opposite way. So he's going forward, kind of far distance to travel. That's okay. Okay, so Brian did the tip up. It depends on where the knife is coming, whether you're going to go tip up or tip down. So as Brian's feeding me, and I've done this, if he comes with a high strike, I'm going to tip up. Okay, on my block, I may be doing my block tip up, and then I'm going to have to ride between my stick and me to get the impact. If he comes with a low thrust, I'm going to go tip down. Now I have to go between him and my stick to get the impact disarm. Right. So that's the first one. These aren't really tie-ups yet, but this is kind of the progression I like to do. The second one I like to do is when he comes with a stick, as I start to go for this, the knife comes before I'm ready, so I immediately have to parry the knife, thrust, I disarm the knife, and then he comes with the stick again, and I do the stick disarm now. I because I'm worried that there might be another knife. Okay. So one more time. This time, I stop the stick, the knife is coming, so I got to deal with the knife right away. I tap it with my knife just because it's closer to the target. I'm not relying on the knife. I'm bringing my stick in right away. All right, so it's stick, knife, nice stick, and then I'm going to thrust. That should really be the end. Okay, Brian does it. So he counters, but he sees the knife coming before he can finish that. So impact. And now he's going to deal with this stick. Alright, so I'm going to do it once with the commentary. So that was not smooth for that.
That seems smooth with me.
That's my Arco Marks imitation. Arco twin coming. The next stage of this is that when the knife comes out and you defend it, is you try to get him to hold your leg. This is my mark. So Brian gets to do it now. So. Let's try it again so you can actually get that this time.
Smack that hand, John. Smack that hand, please.
Okay, that's the first two I usually like to have going. And then we get into the ones, let's do it this way. We begin the tie-ups. So now when it comes to number one, I inside deflect. I start the snake, but I raise it and I don't finish it. I try to. That's okay. I do the snake, but I intentionally don't finish it because I try to draw that knife coming in by leaving my gut open a little bit. So I've seen it taught a couple of ways. I've seen it taught where you bring it straight up, right? And I've seen it taught where you bring it to the side a little bit more. I'm starting to like the side more because it's more the way you do the strip. So when I'm doing the strip, if I'm doing it with tip down, it tends to be this way. So if I think of the idea that I'm going for the strip, it makes sense to come there, sorry. Okay? Then I'm gonna slice his bicep right down, and the first one I'm gonna do is here. So there's an impact disarm in there on the way if you want, right? I take it here, I stop the knife here, hopefully. I slash. As I thrust through here, I can hit this to disarm him to make sure that I'm not worried about that knife as I get into the closed position. So this one I think is referred to as the Matador. I don't know if that's the original name, I doubt it, but it could be. Okay, so one more time. I draw the knife attack, insert, slash, insert, and come in here. Ryan goes, draws the knife. Yeah, nice. So just remember those little details. I'm thrusting here, I'm slashing his bicep, I'm doing an impact shot here, and I'm coming in over top. There's also been these notes applied that when you get here, it can be here, or here, or here. So it can be knife low, stick high, knife high, stick low. Generally we go both high. The last is a toe trap. Brian goes, draws the knife attack, stops knife attack, slashes the bicep, passing, impact disarms if you'd like to, brings it up, and then you can practice those options. Okay? So that's the first one. The next one is going for the pool cue or the spear. So it starts off the same way. I draw the knife attack here. This time when I slash, I come between my stick and myself. Okay, so I come in here. There's an impact disarm again. I bring it up, I grab my own stick. So I can either fall back and let him land on my knife, or I can thrust my stick forward. So one is thrusting, one is spearing. Brian gets to do it. So beginning's the same, it's just here where it changes. That's it. There you go. So he's got the stick coming up. Okay, so it comes to me. I bring it up, I slash. It's a big slash in here. Impact if you want here. So I drop back and then you can fall on my knife. Oh, I push my stick against. Turnabout's fair play. Boom. Oh, nice.
There.
Oh, there you go. See, that would be you falling onto the spear. All right, so we have those two. The next one comes from a different block where I go this way and I invite the knife to come over top. Okay, and thrust. And I've also been told that there's disarms here with these double thrusts. So I'm not in a rush to disarm him because this works better if he's dedicated to holding on to his weapons. Because really all he has to do is let go, and then he's got the chance to disarm me and do other stuff. Alright? But if I'm feeling pretty good about where we got to, if I'm feeling good about this and I've got a trap and I've thrust into here, I can also make him let go of his weapons. Alright, so Brian gets to do it. Come in, he's going to inside the flag, pull it, and that's perfect. He wants to get a little jerk from me, so hopefully I'm somewhat disoriented. Okay, and then my escape is to come here, press this. Hopefully taking a more dominant position. think that's all the ones I know off the top of my head right now. There are others. So, let's see. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I do the stick after the knife first. So I come here, I get the knife here, I pin the stick underneath here. This is another one. So I do some, there's one more. Okay. So one more time. Open it up, invite the knife, trap the knife, trap the knife and tuck the stick. Okay. Here, I trap the knife and trap the stick at the same time. Okay. Try that one?
Yeah, I'm not sure. No, this one.
So you trap the knife, trap the stick at the same time.
Okay. Versus. Ah, yeah, okay. Okay. Cool.
It's kind of fun, right? I'm always stretching my brain to remember. Alright, so let's run through these again, try to make them a little cleaner. So, first one, I'm going to draw the knife here, I'm going to slash his bicep. Okay, one more time. Brian gets to go. Next one, starts the same, but this time I'm going to go deeper. Come here. One more time. This one's gets better with smaller knives. So I do a big cut here, come here, come here. See, the worry is that that knife is still there. That's why if you look at the details for this one, when you come, when you get here, there's a slash here, here, and then there's an impact to start there. As you bring it, so the knife is probably not there anymore.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
And we're going into, oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so those two, and then we have the ones who were coming from the opposite side. So I'm going to come through and inviting the knife through. So the first one is I trap his stick and trap his knife. Okay? Cool. The second one is exactly the same, except as I trap the knife, I trap the stick. Under my arm. Brian gets to
Oh. Oh, that was smooth. That was a single motion above the.
and that's what it should be, yeah. It should
Oh,
just be
okay.
You don't think about it. You come here, and just as you're trapping the knife, you're trapping the stick. Alright, so I think that was what you were asking for, Fred. Hopefully that helps. If you have any other questions, let me know.